Have you ever thought about learning to code, but then just got intimidated? Well, we're going to change all that today. In this explainer, we're diving into your very first hour of coding with Python, which is hands down one of the best languages to start with. So let's get into it.
The learning curve is literally zero. Okay, that sounds a little crazy, right? It's a pretty bold claim, but it really gets to the heart of what makes Python so special. It's all about getting you from zero to a working program in like a matter of seconds.
So why Python? Why start here? You know, the biggest thing that stops people from learning to code is just that feeling of being completely overwhelmed. Python is basically the perfect answer to that. It's designed to be friendly, not scary, and to get you that, oh, I can actually do this, feeling really fast. And here's the biggest difference. A lot of other languages are super strict. They're full of semicolons, curly braces, you miss one tiny little thing, and the whole program just screams at you with an error. But Python, it's different. It almost reads like plain English. You basically just tell it what to do.
And it's not just about being easy. This is a really smart move for your future. Python is one of the most popular languages in the world, so it's amazing for jobs. It's also powerful enough to do some seriously cool stuff, like automating boring tasks in your life. It's the whole package.
All right, enough talk. Let's actually do it. It's time for that big, I can do this moment. We are going to write our very first program. It's a tradition for every programmer called Hello World, and you're about to see just how fast it is with Python. First things first, you just need two things. You got to install Python itself, which is super easy, and then you need a good text editor, which is basically just a program where you write your code. Think of Python as the car's engine, and the text editor is the driver's seat where you give the instructions. And that's it. No, seriously, this is your entire first program. It's one line. The command is print, and you're just telling it to show the text that's inside the quotes. That's all. No weird setup, no pages of confusing code, just this. You hit run, and bam! This is what pops up. You just made the computer do exactly what you told it to. See? This is what we're talking about. You just wrote a real, working program. That whole zero learning curve idea doesn't seem so crazy now, does it? Okay, so you've made the computer listen to you. That's a huge first step. Now, let's start filling up your programmer's toolkit with a few essential concepts. These are the basic building blocks you're going to use for pretty much everything else. All right, the first and maybe most important tool is something called a variable. The best way to think about it is it's just a box. It's a container with a label on it. You can put some information inside the box, and whenever you need that info later, you just call out the box's name. Simple as that. To see why these boxes are so awesome, take a look at this little story here. The name George and the age 70 are typed directly into the sentences. We call this hard-coded. It works, sure, but it's super rigid. And that's the big question, right? What if you wanted to change the character's name to Tom and make him 50 years old? If your story was super long, you'd have to go find and replace George and 70 everywhere. That's a huge pain. This is the exact problem that variables solve. Now look at this. See what we did? We made two of those boxes, two variables. We made one called character name and put Tom inside it. Then we made another called character age and put 50 in that one. We just set them up once, right at the top.
And now when we write our story, we don't type the name or age anymore. We just use the labels on our boxes. The program goes and grabs whatever's inside them. And the best part? If you want a new character, you just change those two lines at the top, and the whole story updates instantly. It's so much smarter.
So what kind of stuff can you put in these variable boxes? Well, it mostly comes down to three basic things. You've got strings, which is just a fancy word for text. You have numbers, like 10 or 3.14. And then you have Booleans, which are super simple. They're just either true or false. That's it. Okay, this is where it gets really fun. You know how to make the computer display things, and you know how to store information in variables. Let's put those two things together and build something you can actually play with. This is where you see your code really come alive. So for our first app, we're going to build a classic Mad Libs game. You know how it works, right? The program is going to ask you for a few random words, it'll save your answers, and then it'll pop them into a story to make something totally ridiculous.
So first, the program will ask the user a question, like enter a color, and then it'll just wait. Let's say you type in magenta and hit enter. The program grabs that word and stores it in a variable.
Then it'll ask for something else. Enter a plural noun. Again, it waits for you. Let's go with something weird, like microwaves. Great, it saves that one too.
And for the grand finale, it asks for a celebrity name. Let's put in the legend himself, Tom Hanks. Okay, now our program has all 3 of our words tucked away safely in its variables.
And then, this is the payoff. The program takes all the words you gave it and plugs them into the sentence. Roses are magenta, microwaves are blue, I love Tom Hanks. And just like that, you've created something totally unique and kind of hilarious. That's the magic of interactive code.
That Mad Libs game is a huge leap forward. But what happens when your ideas get bigger? When your programs get more complicated? Well, you're going to need a couple of new tools to keep everything neat and tidy. Think of these as level ups for your coding brain.
The next 2 big power-ups you'll want to grab are lists and functions. Lists are exactly what they sound like. They're like a variable that can hold a whole bunch of things at once. And functions are amazing. They'll let you bundle up a chunk of code, give it a name, and then you can just run it over and over again without rewriting it.
And just like that, you've basically finished your first hour of coding. You went from knowing nothing to writing code, using variables, and even building a fun interactive game. You officially have the fundamental tools. So really the only question left is, what are you going to build next?